You can count on it this summer. Salespeople will be out in neighborhoods wanting to sell you everything from magazines to meat.
Every year, the Better Business Bureau logs thousands of complaints about door-to-door sales. 12 News reporter Shannon Slatton explains what you should look for before buying into what sounds like a good deal.
Summertime is the busiest time of year for door-to-door sales, but that's also when complaints go up too. Dan Hendrickson with the Better Business Bureau is here to talk about that. Now, what type of complaints do you usually get?
We usually get high-pressure sales at the door, people saying, well, they knocked on my door and it seemed fine to start, but then suddenly the high-pressure tactics started. Other cases, it's magazine subscriptions are a big complaint. People think, well, it sounds pretty good, and then suddenly they realize, wait a second, I owe $30 to $40 every month for 5 years, and that adds up pretty quickly, obviously. So I think it's situations where people maybe didn't listen to the whole pitch, or possibly the person making the pitch didn't give all the details.
So what sorts of red flags should you really look for?
Anyone who refuses to provide identification or tell you who they're with, or if they just say, well, I'm with this company, you know, we've been here for many years, you always want to know who you're dealing with. Again, the high-pressure sales tactics, once you start to feel uncomfortable, it's best just to end the transaction right there. And really just, I'd suggest getting the materials ahead of time and saying, look, I'm going to review the materials. If I want to do this, stop back in a day or two. And if they say, well, I'm only here today, you know what? That's their problem, I'm afraid.
Sure. Now, what if you really want to buy in? The deal seems great. Is there anything you can do to go ahead and buy into that but still safeguard yourself?
Well, I think even at that, I think you still want an hour or two just to say, look, give me some materials here. I'm going to check you out with the BBB at bbb.org. I want to maybe call your company and find out to make sure you're affiliated with them, because sometimes people say, well, I'm with company X, and they're not, and that's a big problem too. So really just make sure you have the details, you feel comfortable, and of course look out for your safety. If you feel the person on your doorstep is making you uncomfortable or is even getting threatening, end it right there and just say, look, I'm going to close this door and we're done.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Dan Hendrickson, for being here with the Better Business Bureau. More information posted on his website as well as ours, 12.tv.
And here's a look at that list. The BBB receives the most complaints on door-to-door sales for magazine subscriptions, meat or food products, cosmetics, photography, and cleaning supplies.